Welcome. I'm about to reveal my 3 secret SaaS ideas I've never shared with anyone. And if you go out and build them, well, they'll make you a lot of money. But if these ideas are so good, why don't you build them yourself? Well, I already have a SaaS. I cannot build 4 at once. But how can you be so sure they'll make you a lot of money? Well, I've invested a lot of time into crafting these ideas and understanding the markets and investigating what the customers would be. The thing is that, again, I cannot build them all at once. So I'm going to share with you, by the kindness of my heart, which is on this side, why they're so good. So with that silly intro out of the way, let's break down what these ideas are, how you can implement them, what the target markets are, and how I would do marketing for each one of them. Let's go. Okay, time to get serious, let's go. So here's the 3 SaaS ideas. Now these are based on my real needs as a potential customer, which is a great idea because I didn't just come up with these just because, right? I'm not just giving you 3 ideas out of my imagination. I'm giving you 3 ideas, which I could have given you a bunch more, right? Because there's a lot of things I see in the market that could work, but I'm giving you ideas based on products that I would use based on my experience. Now, this is not to say that these are the best 3 ideas. This is also not to say that these will guaranteed work. I think they will because there's a need of myself as a customer, and always, right, if I need it, well, other people will need it too, right? So let's break down the very first one, and of course then I want to go over how to implement the MVP, target market, and how I do marketing for each one. So the very first one would be an organic traffic analytics tool. Now, all these will be boring, by the way, but let me explain to you why. So as businesses grow, right, it's really easy to, let's say this is your website, right, to send paid traffic, so advertisement, to your site and track how much you spend and how much you get back. Now, of course, the tracking isn't 100% accurate, right? Tools like Hyros, for example, Triple Whale, right? There's a bunch of these tools that are tailored for paid acquisition, paid traffic, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, all those, because it tends to be easier to track paid acquisition, right? And when it comes to organic acquisition, right, organic, it tends to be very hard because people can see you on YouTube and then search for your brand name on Google, right, and then come to your site and then go back to YouTube and then watch a different YouTube video and then they come back to your site, but then they go to Twitter and see a specific tweet that then makes them buy. So the journey is all over the place. With organic, it's all over the place. It's very hard. For my SaaS, for example, we do mostly organic, right? And we have ways like adding UTM trackers to the links and having like a sign-up form when they sign up to, again, try and make the tracking as accurate as possible. But there's no custom dashboard. We use a tool, we use PostHog, okay, posthog.com, which allows us to sort of do this, but it is a very complex tool, very, very complicated tool, right? Not sure about the pricing, to be honest with you. Yeah, I can't even see the price. But yeah, it's a high-end, it's a complicated tool, okay, tailored for developers, right? And at least I haven't found it yet, but there's no simple tool, right, other than, of course, Google Analytics, but that sucks, a simple SaaS that allows me to accurately track my organic acquisition channels. Now, I've seen a couple of guys on Twitter trying to build it. Maybe they will. I spoke with a couple of buddies of mine, I think last year, that they said they were going to be building this. I was, okay, that's amazing. Let me know once it's out, but they never actually built it. So, I mean, there's nothing out there that, at least from what I've looked for so far, that has enticed me to purchase it. Now, maybe there is, but maybe it's too broad, right? And as you know, right, when you're going over to an idea, right, you got to go niche. So organic traffic analytics tool for SaaSes, organic traffic analytics tool for e-commerce brands. So always do it for XYZ. Don't just build a generic, just like you wouldn't be building a generic CRM, right? Just like if you wanted to build an email marketing software, you would not be building an email marketing software. You'd be building an email marketing software for e-commerce brands, or email marketing software for SaaS, right? Or email marketing software for XYZ. So always go niche and then expand. Always. Otherwise, you will guaranteed fail. Okay, so go niche. None of these ideas are niche, right? It's just the beginning. But always add the niche to the end of the idea. Always go niche all the time. Okay, my very first software business, vetted, vetted.com, 3 T's. It was like a marketplace like Fiverr and Upwork, but it was niche down for a specific type of services. Okay, so always go niche, right? Now, the second one is, actually, let me first go over how I do the MVP. So the MVP, the minimum viable product, which is like your very first iteration of the business. And before I go over how you do it, let me just give you the analogy I'll give all the time, right? Let's say you have this amazing idea of what your SaaS is going to be. Let's make an analogy for a building, right? It's this amazing building with a big revolving door, with floor-to-ceiling windows, huge, super tall building, mega skyscraper, glass windows, floor-to-ceiling, right? The walls are made out of gold, so this is gold plated, so it's super shiny. There's like a slide that goes from the top to the bottom. There's a helipad on top. This amazing building. This is your idea. This is what you have in your mind, okay? This is what you have in your mind about what your idea can become. And this is great. However, you will not going to be build this. You're not, going to be building this. What you're going to do is you're going to build a shitty version of it, the so-called MVP, minimum viable product. And so what's the goal of this building? Well, the goal of this hotel, whatever, it's to get people in to sleep. That's the whole goal of a building, okay? Doesn't matter if this is more luxurious, doesn't really matter. It's the goal, right? So what you do is you go out and build a shitty mud hut. So a hut without a door, no windows, nothing, made out of mud, okay? Because this serves the exact same purpose, right? The minimum viable, purpose of this one. People can still go in and sleep. People can still use your product and go in and sleep, right? And then what you do is you iterate based on customer feedback. People will start coming in and say, hey, this doesn't even have a door. So then you add a door. And they start complaining, hey, this doesn't even have windows. Then you go and add windows, okay? Then more and more people start coming in, but there's no room. So you add another floor. And you add another floor. And then people complain, yeah, but this is all made of mud. So then you put it made out of concrete, right? And then you add the helipad. Then you have the slide, right? And then you go and add the things. But there will be certain things, like, for example, the fact that it's like gold plated, that people won't really care for. Things that you thought people would care for, but in reality, they don't give a damn about it, right? And so the issue with doing this is that you're going to be spending a lot of time and money building things you think people want, when in reality, they might not want what you think they want. So you do it this way. You do a shitty version of it, the MVP, right, to satisfy the same intent, then just iterate based on customer feedback. That's what we did with our second software, the one I'm currently building right now, and actually a couple ones before that we launched and then refunded people because we actually didn't want to pursue the idea, but that's a story for another time. But I did this with my second software, or actually the third one. But I did this mistake with my very first business, not my very first business, sorry, my very first software business, Vetted, right, vetted.com, which I had this amazing idea in mind. I wanted to build this amazing marketplace with all these features, like video in the marketplace, sample, like a bunch of stuff, like the analogy for the building, gold plated with a slide, trees, all that, whatever. We spent years building it, 1 year, building it, spent a lot of money on it, a lot of time. And then when I released it out to the public, a lot of people didn't even use or care for the features we'd spent a lot of time building. So you're much better off doing this. I know it's contradictory, right? But you got to do it. I know you have this vision in mind, but your vision will change, right? What you think your product will be, right? It might not even be a building, right? It might just end up being like a submarine, right? Who knows, right? Things change, and it's normal that it changes. It's good that it changes, right? It's not very, very good that you have this idea in mind and that you think that it's going to be this for the rest of the times. Most likely it won't, okay? And so this is the theory behind this. In practice, how would you implement the MVP? Well, what you do, is you'd use, for this in specific, like, right, organic traffic analytics. So use a tool like Google Looker Studio, which this basically allows you to build out these custom dashboards, okay? And then plus Google Analytics or Google Search Console API to getting the data. So you get the data from this, and then you put it on this pretty dashboard, which you make with Google Looker Studio. And of course, a bunch more stuff you should be doing in implementing some AI into this, right, for the tracking, okay? Now, again, I'm not going to build this, so I haven't invested a lot of time into how the technicalities of this would be created, but I'm just giving you the MVP. The MVP should not even be like a product with a dashboard. It should just be a shitty product that showed people how it could work. And Google Looker Studio allows you for free to build a dashboard, and then you can just use their API. Okay, and then a bunch more stuff that you think might be needed. But that's just it. Don't go out and build this amazing, beautiful landing page, beautiful website, beautiful dashboard, because you didn't even know if people want this. Like, I want it. I think some of the other people will, but maybe it's like a variation of it, right? It's not even this, right? It's maybe something different, okay? That's what I would do in this case. Now, how I would market it? Well, it's super simple. Again, there's the issue with marketing, don't forget about it, is there are infinite ways to market a product. That's the hard part about marketing, okay? You can go on Pinterest, you can go on Reddit, you can do Google SEO, you can do YouTube videos, you can go out to the street and give flyers to people. There's literally infinite things you can do. And that's the issue with marketing, or that's the hard part of it, okay? And so what you do is you go out and try all the things that that you think could work, then 90% of them, right, will fail, and then you just focus on the 10%. Now in this case, what I'll do is I'll go on Twitter or X, okay, and look for people building, because X, as of now, always honestly, has been a platform where people do what's called building in public. So they share what they're building. They talk about revenue numbers, they say how much clients they're getting, they basically document the process of building their business, okay? And a lot of them do it organically because they're usually small startup businesses, like they don't have money for ads, okay? And so this is a great market, right? Going on Twitter and finding people building businesses to see, hey, listen, I have this idea. I noticed you're building this product, right? You're just getting started. Wouldn't it be cool if you'd know exactly where your first users are coming from, if with this tool that I've built or that I'm building, this organic traffic analytics tool that tells you, hey, listen, 10 people came from YouTube, from your YouTube views, 5 people came from Twitter, right? 1 people came from SEO on Google, right? And then you can gather all this data, right? And if our AI tells you where you should focus on and what you should do, something like that. So you'd actually be going out to the market, okay? Our active outreach, okay? The second thing you do for this idea is content marketing, ideally on YouTube, okay? I would do videos on YouTube, basically titled the following: Google Analytics Alternative, right? Videos on this, best, and do a bunch of variations of it. Best, or I guess, adjective, Google Analytics Alternative. And this adjective could be, for example, best, cheapest, free, fastest, right? Or, of course, niche, Google Analytics XYZ. So SaaS, dentist, lawyer. So go niche, okay? Go niche. So your idea plus the niche, and do a bunch of videos on YouTube, right? Because people, searching for product alternative, well, they've tried it out, for some reason they didn't like it, and they're actively looking for an alternative. So this is bottom of the funnel traffic that's quote unquote ready to buy. So again, I'll go to targeting the building in public audience on X, and as well as do content marketing on YouTube, and of course, show your face, just like I do on this channel. Show your face, talk with them, because people listening for you for hours, hearing your voice in your face, you'll eventually build a lot more trust than, for example, posting content on a blog or on Reddit, okay? That's what I'll do for this idea. And you'll notice that on all of them, I'll suggest you do YouTube because it just works great, which is what we do as well. We do YouTube. And again, I know I'm not going too deep into it, but hopefully this top of the funnel vision, I guess, will give you some ideas, because if I were to go super deep, we'd be hours on end here, okay? So, second idea is a non-techie crypto wallet multi-chain portfolio tracker. I know this sounds complicated, but it's real simple. So people, me, you, maybe if you're in crypto, you buy crypto on Coinbase, for example. You buy crypto on MetaMask's wallet through whatever. You buy crypto on Binance, right? There's a bunch of these exchanges where you buy crypto on. And one issue I had, right, I could be a potential customer of this, is, okay, I bought a lot of coins here and here and here, right? And these platforms have some sort of analytics tab where you can see how much money you made, you lost, but there's no tool that I found, non-techie one, that joins all of these right here, right? And through my wallet address, right? Or if I have multiple wallet addresses, right? Gives me like a dashboard with like a graph of how much money I've made or lost over how much time, a pie chart of how many coins I have, how much I've sold, how much I've profited out of each coin, how much I've profited out of each NFT, in a simple, non-techie way for someone that has that doesn't want to be too bothered with this, right? If you look, for example, at platforms like Robinhood, right? They gamify the analytics, and the stock trading is super simple, right? No fancy stuff. It's super dumbed down. And there's not that I found, right, a dumbed down version of this. Okay, so that's what I would go for in my second one. And also, of course, crypto is trending, right? Everyone loves crypto. It's booming. So any product you build in the crypto space will get adoption if it's remotely decent. okay? If it's remotely decent, because there's so much trash out there that if your product is remotely decent, it will for sure get some traction. Now, an MVP, this again should be the exact same thing, following this exact same pattern. Don't go out and build this insanely complex analytics tool because you don't even know what people want. So just build this simple dashboard where users can sign up, right? They sign up they just add their address. For example, you have something like ETH address, right here, where you can just put your Ethereum address, right, your wallet address, and you can see, for example, who's this? Let's see this guy's wallet, for example. You can see their wallet, see their transaction, but it's just too much, right? It's ugly. It doesn't look good, right? It's just too much. There's ads here, so and you don't even need to provide people with all this info at the start, right? So just build something simple where people can add their address, right, or their multiple addresses, and it gives them like a super simple overview of. You can start with, okay, here's what you have in your wallet, okay? And then you can add the feature to start tracking the portfolio, okay? Again, there's companies that sort of already do this, but there's always space in the market for something simple, non-techy, because more and more non-tech people are getting into crypto, and I can assure you they will not understand what any of this is. So yeah, that's my second idea, I guess. And for marketing, well, it's pretty simple what I'll do, right? When you go on YouTube, it would be YouTube again, because YouTube is pushing out a lot of crypto related. So if you just do crypto, I mean, it's insane. You put a video about crypto, you get at least 1,000 views, right? It's insane. And I do videos on, basically I just see what the top influencers in this space are doing and just sort of copy what they're doing, right? These guys are posting a video every single day, right? And because crypto is such a pumping market, it's just so much talked about in the news. There's always news, there's always stuff going on. So just simply document the process, or document, what's happening in the crypto market, right? New laws that are coming out. You can even go to Cointelegraph and see what their news are. So this is basically what I would do. Go into their news section and see, okay, SEC reinforces division, close it, go click here, read this news, and then make a YouTube video about this. Boom, straightforward. And you can pump out multiple YouTube videos every single day covering these news. And of course, the call to action is, hey, listen, you're into crypto, you like crypto, I'm building this tool, I've built this tool that allows you to track your portfolio. You put in your ETH address and you can see all your transactions, whatever, right? You get my point. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention is, of course, the sell before you build framework. Sell before you build, which is a crucial step here, which I haven't put here because I spoke about it a lot, and you can watch this video right here to understand what it is. But this step right here, sell before you build, goes here. So you just move this down, right? This step goes here. Okay, so this is super important. This is step one, I guess, the idea. Then step two, the idea validation. And then only then do you do your MVP, and then the marketing, okay? Sort of. So this is a crucial step right here that I'm not mentioning, but before you even go out and build your MVP, go out and build your mud hut, you gotta sell it first. So sell before you build. So please go watch this video, because it is a crucial step, right? You gotta sell your idea before you build anything. So to iterate, you don't build your MVP before you've sold it, okay? I know it sounds contradictory, but that's just how you need to do it. Okay, again, I'm not mentioning this on this video because I'm just talking about ideas, but this is crucial. Please go watch that video, okay? Super important. So yeah, that's basically what I'll do for that one. And the final one and third one, and I know I'm going to these quite fast, but again, if I was going to these slower, we'd be here for ages. Third one is to be a YouTube rank tracker. Now, again, this is based on me, my real needs as a potential customer. We use a lot of YouTube in our marketing for our SaaS, as you can see here. I've recommended you use it twice for to validate these two ideas. And basically, as of now, right, there's this tool called Ahrefs, which they're $1 billion company, by the way. You can buy stock in them, that tracks your Google keyword rankings. So how your site, for which keywords your site ranks for on Google. So for example, right here, this site ranks for these keywords. It gives me the position on Google and the traffic. But there's nothing like it, at least not that I found, for YouTube. So a YouTube rank tracker where you would input not a video URL, but a channel URL. Okay, so you put your channel URL, it'll give you a list of all the videos on your channel, right? And track if any of these videos rank and for which keywords they all rank, and give you the keyword and the position. This would be amazing. I'd buy this, by the way. This is the one I'd buy the most out of all these, okay? This should be easy to do, right? Just use Google's API, build a shitty dashboard and give me the data on that. Should be super easy. I think this is the one I would build if I wasn't building my current one. because I think there's a lot of need for this, and I haven't found a cool tool that does this out there. I'm not sure why Ahrefs doesn't do it. I'm sure there's some reason why, but I haven't found this yet. Again, there's a couple ones where you put the video URL, but there's none where you put the channel. It takes in all the videos, right, and gives you the keywords and position and traffic for all the ones all the videos on your channel. I think Ahrefs does it for individual videos, but it doesn't do it for the channel, which is a pain in the ass. I wish they'd do it because I would pay more for it. So yeah, for this one, again, of course, sell before you build it. Super important, super important. The MVP should be something super simple, okay? Should be just a dashboard with a field where you put channel URL and then a button saying track, and it'll give you a list of the videos, okay? And then the keyword and the traffic. That's it, super simple. Any developer can build this in a week's time, okay? A week's time. The hard part with any of these, right, is the sell before you build, which please go watch that video, and of course the marketing of the product eventually. Okay, so for this, I would target in the marketing, I would target the SEO market. Okay, SEOs nerds. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, right? And if I'm wanting to track the keywords my YouTube videos rank for, well, I'm interested in SEO, so I'll do videos around SEO. I'll write blog posts about SEO. I'll go on Reddit communities. I'll just go on Twitter and see who else talks about SEO and then engage in those communities. Okay, I know I'm speaking about this too fast. If you want to learn more about marketing strategies, go watch my other videos, which go through these marketing strategies a bit more in depth. But these are my 3 ideas. Hopefully you can take them, and hopefully maybe, who knows, maybe in a year's time, no, never mind, not in a year's time, in 2 weeks' time, you can have something to show for. Because what you can do to validate the ideas, which again is the step sell before you build, is go out, build a landing page with a video, okay, a buy button, and just saying what it is, right? Add some scarcity and send traffic to this page and get people to buy. So get them to buy before you build it. Sell before you build. Again, go watch this video right here that I teach you how to do this right here, okay? So hopefully in a week's time or 2 weeks' time, you have something to show for. Don't go out, please, and build your golden building, right? Please first sell before you, of course, please investigate the idea first, of course, do some market research, then sell before you build, and then actually then go out and build an MVP. This is the MVP, not this. Okay, then market the shit out of it. That's it. That's the video. Like, subscribe. If you want to check out my software, I'll leave a link for that in the description. And if you want to work one-on-one with me for help in scaling your current SaaS, if you have one, or if you don't have a SaaS and want me to coach you on how to create one, market and build one, and succeed in one, I can also help you out with that. There's going to be a second link in the description to working one-on-one with me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.